my lovely angels, this is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi! Today you'll notice that I won't be smiling a little bit too much like how I normally do, or I won't cackle and laugh loudly and everything because I just got my braces done. And although they're Invisalign, I've just gotten it done 3 days ago, and I must say it's quite uncomfortable in the beginning. I also feel like I've developed a little lisp, and I don't know if it's like really there or it's in my head, because like people told me that I would like sound like with a little bit of a lisp, but I'm trying my best to enunciate so that I sound like very clear and you can understand. Plus my subtitles will be there just in case I'm sounding strange. I'm just being very overly cautious, I know, but it's just that I'm getting used to the way I'm sounding right now. See, you can see the S's and C's are like really hyper pronounced, so just bear with me. Actually, bear with me for 2 years because it's going to take 2 years to be okay. But I'm assuming that things will like get sorted. I wish I didn't have to wear it during filming because I would be much more comfortable just talking without it. But I need to wear it for 22 hours a day, and those 2 hours spare include the time I eat, clean do my oral hygiene, to clean the trays and everything, so it's a lot, and you need to like sort it out within 2 hours. Today I have compiled a layering combination video for you. Most of these were suggested by you, recommendations from you. Some of these were recommended by some of my friends who use Middle Eastern perfumes, and some of them were from my very own brain. So some of these are my own. So let me start because I have like 17 perfumes to go through. I have a feeling I've shown this one also, but you know what? Let me just show it again. This is the Armaf Ego Exotic. This is a white floral, a very, very heavy, heady white floral. And this is your Tharwa Gold, which is your more like Libre with like 20% incorporation of your Lantidi as well by Givenchy. I'm not sure if I came up with this or somebody told me about it. I think somebody did tell me about this because I like normally prefer wearing the Armaf Ego Exotic on its own. It's one of the perfumes like I really, really like, although it smells a little vintage. I really like it. Oh my gosh, see. So everybody who has this one, please try it with one of the variations of Libre or of Lantidi and see how the magic works. But I think you need to wear this with maybe something that has a little bit of lavender. It's just somehow becoming more airy. It's becoming more fresh. It's becoming, because of those aromatics, yeah. It's just giving it like a little light side as opposed to it being a very heady white floral. I mean, it's really smelling like a very expensive posh perfume that probably comes out of the house of YSL. Like it's smelling very YSL like. I really love this layering combination, but because my brain is telling me that lavender perfume, let's try it with Angam as well, just for the heck of it. And if this layering combination works, you can try these with white florals, any white floral with any lavender vanilla perfumes. It does smell nice. It does smell nice with the Angam as well. Oh my gosh. Okay, so white florals with all these vanilla lavender kind of perfumes, I have so many of them. I have Avan, I have Fakhar Rose, I have your Samu Gold. There's so many variations of those perfumes. So I'm going to try all of them because they were either Lantidi or they were Libre or a combination of both. But I want to see which one has more aromatics and then try and mix them. Oh my goodness, smelling so, so, so good. And I'm wondering now whether mixing white florals with aromatic perfumes like Nebras and stuff like that, will it be like amazing? Not Nebras. Actually, Nebras is also slightly aromatic, but Nasheed, for example, that's a very heavily apothecary kind of perfume that I tell you about. But over here, the clear winner is the Armaf with the Tharwa. With the Angam, it's becoming sweeter, and you do smell like Burberry Goddess with added white florals. The next combination is something suggested by one of my friends over here on YouTube, and it was Musammam White Intense with Rose Mystery Intense. So these two perfumes, I already love them a lot. I mean, you can see, I wish all these were like transparent so you could see how much I use them. The Rose Mystery, I will not lie, I don't use it that much. I love it, but it's a very rose forward perfume, so it's very selective, like the times I wear it. But this was a layering combination I thought will never work. And when I tried it at home, I was like, oh, okay. So whoever suggested this to me, please, thank you so much. And please, please, please do recommend other combinations to me because this was absolute magic. This is absolute magic. This is, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how good these two smell together. So if you don't have Rose Mystery Intense, because she did suggest it with Infinity Rose, right? Yeah, I remember she suggested it with Infinity Rose, but I don't have Infinity Rose. I had decluttered that one. So instead I'm using it with Rose Mystery Intense, which is close, but just this one has a little bit more of that black pepper sharpness, and I prefer it, you know. So it's going really, really well with your Musamman White Intense, because this already has like slight spicy facets, and it's just gelling really, really well with the Rose Mystery. Now, this is not smelling too rosy. It's kind of cancelling out the rose in Rose Mystery Intense. Not completely, but again, it's just making it smell much, much, much poshy. This would be something out of Harrods, this perfume. It's amazing. I mean, you know what? You know, brands should actually see like layering combinations people suggest. Like so many people suggest it on their channel. So many creators suggest it on their channel. Brands should actually, you know, just bottle them together. Then, you know, it just makes more sense, right? To do that. This is one of my favorite layering combinations on the table, by the way. Like, it's really, really beautiful. The next one is Empire Victor by Khadlaj. And of course, I had suggested it with Johanna. But you can also use, if you don't have Johanna, you can also use the Luscious by French Avenue. Now, for the sake of convenience, I'm going to use the Luscious. But Johanna was the initial layering combination I had tried with this one. Empire Victor is like my favorite vanilla of this year. Pure Gourmand vanilla. Oh, it's such a dark, beautiful dark vanilla. And you can layer this with like so many things. But because Johanna is also a Gourmand, which is pistachio forward. And I love the fact that it did not have any kind of added notes. It's just a pure Gourmand. And it's the same with the Luscious as well by French Avenue. It doesn't have those sharp notes that make it smell like shampoo or soapy or anything. This combination. To me, this is a perfume I will wear rarely on its own, either or, you know. Yeah, when I do want to smell delicious, when I'm going out with the girls or even with my husband, like if you're going for lunch or if you're going for a brunch get together or something, I would definitely douse myself in this. I would also wear this on like vacations and stuff. But if you want to wear it on daily basis and if you want to make it a little bit more vanilla forward as opposed to your nut forward perfume, you can add like vanillas to it. When you add the Empire Victor to it, it just somehow mellows it down. It just becomes creamier, smoother. I think I just randomly tried it when I was reviewing the perfumes. And now I just feel like it's a combination. I cannot wear Johanna or Luscious on its own. I need to add the Empire Victor to it. The next one was a combination, again, very interesting. And I'm pretty sure my brain did not come up with this. I think somebody did tell me about it. This is the Seher Latafa. Yes, I like the bottle. I know usually I don't like the Latafa bottles which are tacky, but this one is an exception. I love, love, love this bottle. So it's the Seher, which to my nose smells like a vanilla cashmere perfume. So it does have a little bit of like a suede or animalic warm note. It's really, really warm. And it has like hints of cinnamon and everything, like very, very slight hints of spices. This to me is Seher, but I know Seher is interpreted by everybody very, very differently. For some people it smells too gourmand, like they say it's like a pure vanilla bomb. And then there are 50% people like me who get like this strong cashmere perfume. When the person suggested this to me, I was like, nah, it's not gonna work, you know how? But. So you know cherry bouquet is your cherry liquor. It has all the cherries that you can imagine. And then it has this hints of like Tonka and almond kind of vibe, which is a very, very Tonka vibe. But when you mix it with Seher Latafa, it becomes a little bit more animalic, and to my nose, that cashmere gets a little bit more pronounced. You know what's happening with all these combinations? You know what's happening when I'm doing these combinations? These perfumes, which individually smell very normal, you know, and some of them are very, very exceptional. But like with these combinations, somehow they're smelling very, very niche. If not niche, then at least from a very, very big design house. This combination smells to me like it would come out the house of Christian Louboutin, you know, or Louis Vuitton. One of those brands, you know, which make like leather goods or something. I don't know why it came in my mind. But this is such a beautiful combination. Oh my God. I'm so thankful to everybody who recommends these combinations to me, because sometimes your own brain doesn't think. Like I never thought Seher and cherry bouquet. I was like, how? But it definitely piqued my interest and I was like, I must try it. And when I came home and I tried it and I was like, why? Why did my own brain did not work it out, you know? So gorgeous, stunning, stunning combination. And you must definitely try it. The next one is a combination I had already told you guys about, but it was the Club de Nuit Untold with Cheriosa 62. But since now I have the Paris Corner Minya, I thought let me try this with the Minya and tell you if it gives the same effect. So you do need like more of the Untold and less of the, in this case, Minya. Oh my word, it's so beautiful. So you know the CD and Untold is a dupe for Baccarat Rouge, right? And it's one of the very, very good dupe. You can try this combination with any of the dupes. You can try it with Ana Abiyad Rouge, you can try it with, there was this Al Haramain one, I forgot the name. There's so many of them. It just smells like that airy ozonic perfume that Baccarat Rouge is, but with this very nutty caramel gourmand of Minya or Cherryosa 62, whichever one you want to use. And it just makes this perfume smell so beautiful, so unique. So try it if you have Cherryosa 62 or if you have Minya, which is a very, very inexpensive perfume. CDN, Untold, Baccarat Rouge has like gazillion, bajillion dupes. Just try one of them together with your Cherryosa 62 or Minya. And please, please tell me what you think of the combination. It is one of the most unique things you will try, and it just beautifies the perfume. Minya doesn't smell like Minya anymore, and the CD and Untold doesn't smell like CD and Untold anymore. So this layering combination was suggested by a friend on YouTube. It is trying Amir Al Oud by Lattafa, and then you have your Empire Victor again. So this is your heavy dark vanilla. Let's let it sit. So you know Amir Al Oud is one of my all-time favorite perfumes. In winter, you need to have this perfume. It's just a very ultra sweet oud, very sugary oud with smoky vibes. That's it. People compare it to By the Fireplace. It's not exactly the same. Yes, you can see the DNA is the same, but they're not identical. Oh my word. Okay, okay, I see you. This is so, so good. Again, this makes Amir Al Oud mellow. So I think whenever we are adding the Empire Victor to any of the perfumes, it's adding a subtle, mellow vanilla that's adding a little bit of creaminess. It's adding a little bit of, I feel like a little boozy, like vanilla quality. But at the same time, it's rounding up the perfume. Like weirdly, it's completing that sphere I talk about. When a perfume, it's completely rounded into a sphere, it smells perfect. Yeah, I see myself wearing this a lot because the dark vanilla of Empire Victor, it's so distinct. So when I'm mixing it with Amir Al Oud, which is also a very, very super strong perfume, when you try it, when you wear it, please, 1 spray, 2 spray maximum, then increase your tolerance and see how it works for you. And with Empire Victor, it's just becoming so much more cozy. I love it. I love this combination. The next one is a strange one, which again, when this person suggested it to me, I was like, it's not going to work. So it's the Latafa Khamra. I'm going to spray like a decent amount because the atomizer of this one is not very good. And they asked me to try it with Angam. I never thought this combination would work again. Actually, I did think it'll work. When she suggested it to me, I was like, yeah, why did my own brain did not think about this? Because this is kind of obvious. It's a boozy, sweet date perfume, Khamra. Then you have your aromatic vanilla, which is your Angam. And both of these together. Again, I'm telling you guys, when you do these mixing, somehow it smells niche. It somehow smells very, very high designer quality. It's giving the house of Dior, YSL, like if you're calling it a designer perfume. But yes, it's definitely I feel like this is like a flanker that Latafa should release for Khamra. Like literally, they have Angam and they have that DNA. They already have the Khamra Kahwa. They need to make like a combination of this and probably call it like Khamra Eklat or something. Wow, wow, and wow. So when it starts drying down, you need to spray more of Angam and less of Khamra, which I did the opposite of. Because once it starts drying down, the spicy facets of Khamra is like really coming forward. So you do need to spray more of the Angam and less of the Khamra. It's just adding this je ne sais quoi, to the perfume. It's just making the ordinary Khamra that some people like me are bored of, to be honest with you. There's just way too many flankers of it. So I don't mind like trying out a lot of different Khamra layering ideas. Guys, in this video, please tell me your favorite layering combinations, and perhaps I'll make a part 2 again. Because this list, I've been compiling it for a couple of months now, and for some reason I never filmed it. And recently somebody suggested a very, very good layering combination, which is why I thought of making this video. I was like, I have a list, let's follow the list and make one. What do we have next? It says Teriyak and Khamra. So, I don't like the OG Teriyak, right? So I'm extremely open to anybody who has suggestions to make it smell better. So let me try the Teriyak with Khamra. I did spray a lot of Khamra and a little bit of Teriyak. Now let's see if this makes a difference and maybe I'll be able to use this perfume. What bothers me in the teriyaki OG is that in the ultimate dry down, it has a stale note, assuming it's honey or something. It's slightly animalic, slightly stale, smells like an old library kind of vibe, you know. The whole point of adding a perfume like Hamra to it was to see if it kills that for me. I'll tell you something, it's reducing it. It's reducing it to quite an extent, and I can see myself wearing it during like winter nights or something. I can still pull this off and it's not gonna bother me. Which is why I wanted to mention this for everybody who does not like teriyaki but they still have it now. And I'm sure everybody has some version of angel share or khamra or something. Just try layering these together. I'm not 101% convinced, but I know I can still wear it because it is killing that staleness to quite an extent. Maybe 10% of the staleness is left. But I'm picking it up a little bit too much again because I'm putting the strip to my nose, remember that? Because I want to be very, very thorough on exactly how the perfume smells, right? But in the air, you will probably detect it like sparsely. I also wanted to try, like right now since we are on the table, I told you I'll not be doing the chemistry thingy, but I'm doing it anyways. I want to try this with cherry bouquet, the teriyaki with cherry bouquet, and see what happens. If somebody suggested this and I did not make a note of it, I'm so sorry. But it just makes sense, right? To mix these two together. So the perfume is no longer teriyaki. Does it smell good? Yes, it does smell good. It smells amazing because cherry bouquet is one of those beautiful perfumes. If you love cherry, if you like cherry perfumes, and if you don't have the cherry bouquet by Afnan, you're making a grave mistake. You need to get it. It's like you're missing out. So yes and no. It's making the cherry bouquet a little bit bitter. It does smell niche. It's smelling like nice, you know. But will I pick this up and wear them together? Probably not, okay? So please tell me, Hamra with teriyaki OG is working for everybody who has it and cannot get rid of it. Try it together. It might work perfectly well for you. And if other people have recommendations to layer OG teriyaki so that I stop smelling that stale note, please let me know. Now the next layering combination was again something I would have never thought, but it made perfect sense. When this person online told me about it, I was like, why did I try it? It is Haya by Latafa along with Hair Confession by Paris Corner. Now Haya is one of those amazing floral perfumes that I love so much. Like I finished almost half the bottle. In summer, this is one of my staples. This is a very, very soft floral, fruity floral as a matter of fact, and it has like a light touch of that pine note. It is such a beautiful combination. Like, where was my brain? I'm so rude to myself. You know, I'm very self-deprecating, by the way. If you ever meet me in person, you'll see how self-deprecating I am. It's a habit I'm trying to stop, you know. But that's just the way I am. I just like to make fun of myself and just keep things light, you know. But this is one of those ultimate combinations. Very youthful, very fresh, very summer ready, very spring ready. I would love to wear this perfume like any season, to be honest with you. Even in the winter, when it's harsh and cold outside, you'll be like the breath of fresh air. I know people like to smell a little darker, a little more winter appropriate perfumes, but this, I feel like this combination together is just insane. It's just insane. So thank you so much. Please do stake the claim. You know, just write in the comment that you had suggested it, because I have made this list over a long period of time, and I should have, next time I'll be more careful. I'll write the person's name next to the layering combination who suggested it. So the next one is for everybody who found this perfume a little annoying. But if you found it annoying, you must have decluttered it, right? To me, this perfume smells amazing. Yes, in the beginning when I bought it, it was a little sharp, the turmeric was very scary and everything, but it still piqued my interest. Even when I sprayed it initially, I was like, this is something, it's going to turn into something I will really like. This is the Badi Al Oud Honor and Glory. I love this bottle, by the way. It's so beautiful. Now, this one, to everybody who will buy it for the first time, please know that this perfume is not a blind buy. It's very different. It has like this very strange turmeric note, and it has a very strong pineapple, and then it has like this creme brulee thing going on. So it's very gourmand, but it has like this different kind of notes. But when it macerates, it just becomes such a gorgeous perfume. It doesn't smell anything like how it smelled in the beginning. It's not sharp, it's very smooth, very creamy, very beautiful. So everybody who kept their bottles, kudos to you for your patience, because I'm sure you absolutely adore this perfume now. Again, please tell me who suggested this, because it's absolutely divine. Adding that boozy dates with those little hints of other spices, mixed with Badial Oud, giving it that darkness, that depth. Again, it's changing into a perfume that is completely different, doesn't smell like Badial Oud anymore, doesn't smell like Angel Share or Khamra or anything like that. Just turned into this amazing perfume that I can't get over. You know what the thing is, this list, I don't want to ever take it out from my phone, because the problem with my brain is that the information retention is very, very low. My long-term memory is very, very good. I remember things, although they say that below the age of 3 you don't normally remember stuff. I remember stuff like when I was age of 2. As a matter of fact, I remember stuff when I was crawling around and I was a baby who used to topple over and everything. I have memories of that as well. So I do have like long-term memory, but when it comes to short-term memory like this, I don't even recall what I was wearing yesterday. I don't recall what I ate the whole day yesterday. It's that bad. So if I can't remember things about myself, then how will I remember layering combinations with all these perfumes there, right? I digress, I'm so sorry. Do try the Honor and Glory with Khamra. It's, thank you. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. Seriously, like Alyssa, my friend on YouTube, she actually mentioned it recently that she likes my channel because of the engagement of everybody with each other, and how everybody is like super passionate about perfumes, and how everybody gets involved in information sharing, which is amazing. Because oh my goodness, like the couple of people on YouTube, every comment that you make, I learn something. I would especially like to mention one person over here. Her name is Christine Lecher. She is, every time she comments, I'm like, I feel so stupid, you know. I'm like, okay, you know, like, and I remember the things she tells me because it's very, very informative. So I want to thank each and every one of you, because you know what, like it just makes this community so nice. And this is why then I like get motivated to make more and more videos, a little bit more creative videos, not just hauls and everything, because when we all come together and we share ideas and everything, you feel like you're part of this community where we belong, you know. The next combination was again very unique. You know how much I love my Lamsat Harir by Arabiat, and then of course your Cherry Bouquet. So this was another suggestion by someone online. Lamsat Harir is very similar to C. It's a very cherry cola, very playful perfume, and your Cherry Bouquet is like cherry liquor kind of perfume. So my brain should have gone there, but unfortunately it did not. And it is so, that blackcurrant and that cassis, it just comes out so much more when you mix these two together. The booziness of the Cherry Bouquet like reduces a lot. The cola like also like reduces a little bit, where it's like now in a balance, and it just smells again very niche, very beautiful. I don't know how you guys come up with all these combinations, because I would have never thought of it. I'm being very honest with you. I could have never put these two perfumes together, probably because it's like a fruity perfume, fruity and fruity. I would never think of combining those two. I would think of combining fruity with woods, fruity with oud, fruity with maybe even gourmands like vanilla and everything. But I would never think of mixing two fruity perfumes together. It does turn slightly soapy, but this is not the soapiness that bothers me. This is that fresh soapiness that I want to feel fresh during summer. And Cherry Bouquet, by the way, probably has the most number of suggested layering combinations. Next we have again Cherry Bouquet by Afnan, and we have Shaghaf Oud Tonka. Not many people like Shaghaf Oud Tonka because this does have that chemical almond tonka that people are complaining about. To me that smells elevated. To me it just smells like I would add this to anything. I would want it to get elevated somehow. Yeah, it does smell a little bit play-doh-y. It does smell like plastic doll heads kind of smell, you know. By the way, Cherry Bouquet already has an element which smells, I think it is a tonka. But when you add the almond and tonka to it, it smells like this perfume. It smells still of Cherry Bouquet, just elevated. I cannot explain to you, but you do need to really like that chemically tonka and almond smell like me. I absolutely adore that note. I really, really, really like it. I put them in perfumes just so that I can feel those bougie vibes, you know what I mean? So Cherry Bouquet already has that weird tonka note. Adding this to it just makes it more stronger. That note that was like, some people might detect it, some people might not. Now you can absolutely detect it. And you know those missing florals in the middle notes of this perfume that I always tell you I can't smell? Somehow when you mix it with the Cherry Bouquet, they showed up. I don't know how. It just happened. I will tell you though that this combination reduces the darkness of this perfume. So if you want to wear it during daytime and everything, or like change it from day to night, or evening to night, wear this together with Shaghaf Oud Tonka, and then at night just keep adding, refreshing yourself with the cherry bouquet. Now the next one is another perfume I like because it smells like Play-Doh doll heads and everything, and I was raving about this perfume once upon a time. This is called The Proposal by Khadlaj. I know I've not used up much of it, but you don't need to use this perfume too much. Plus I prefer wearing this when I go out, and I've been very lazy and not been going out. So someone suggested The Proposal with Sensuous Night, and I was floored. When I put these two together, I already like these two perfumes a lot, right? This one is making the date night perfume, which is a very, very serious perfume. You need to wear like 5-inch stilettos, wear like a beautiful dress, and you need to be very well put together to wear the date night perfume because it smells very, very upscale. The Sensuous Night is just adding a little bit of sexiness. Date night is already quite sexy, but Sensuous Night has this playful sexiness about it. And when you're combining these two together, you're merging both the vibes, like of being very, very poshy but being flirty, playful as well. I cannot stress how good these two smell together. If you want to impress a date, if you want them to like take you to a place where you'll eat lobster or something, I don't know why I said that. I would never go on a date and eat lobster. Maybe I would, I don't know. But like, yeah, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind. You know, I would probably, why am I talking about this anyhow? Whoever takes you out on a date, or even if you're hanging out with people and everything, people will just like think that this woman is high maintenance. Mind you, it does smell like a perfume you need to wear when you're properly dressed up. You cannot just wear shorts or something and wear this perfume. You can. No like rules and regulations of wearing perfumes, but I would probably wear this when I'm really dressed up well and I want to impress people. There's another layering combination. Cherry bouquet and Shaghaf Oud. It's so weird, but like most of the people were suggesting like layering combinations with cherry bouquet. I have a feeling that my cherry bouquet quantity is going to reduce today because I'm spraying it so much for testing. So this one with Shaghaf Oud, but I think they had said use any oud, but I tried it specifically with Shaghaf Oud and I loved it so much that I was like, yup, maybe the next Shaghaf Oud should be a cherry oud perfume. And maybe the Shaghaf bottle should be like a burgundy bottle. Just saying. So sorry if you're listening, you know, make a cherry perfume for us. Just use your cherry bouquet with any of the oud perfumes, but I'll tell you what it's doing with Shaghaf Oud and why specifically I chose Shaghaf Oud for this and not like the other millions of ouds I have. Shaghaf Oud has a strong praline note. It's very, very sweet. And while a cherry bouquet is also a sweet perfume, but it's a boozy sweet perfume, I wanted it to develop this a little depth, darkness, and that dark sweet quality which is there in Shaghaf Oud. Shaghaf Oud is a very noir perfume, right? So you have your oud and you have your praline and rose that smell like they are very, very dark. Like the color black comes to mind, or dark blackish purple comes to mind when you smell that perfume. So yes, if you have these two, try it. If you have the cherry bouquet, try it with other oud perfumes, because oud and cherry together, I'm sure there are many perfumes and I know they're very, very successful perfumes as well. But I don't know, in the Middle Eastern perfumes, there are not many people who have actually tried that, where they have given the prominence to oud along with the cherry, you know. Next we have Eclair with Forsan. This is again something people suggested recently to me, and this is the way my brain works. I will never put two gourmands together, just like I would not put two fruity perfumes together. So I never thought that Forsan White and your Eclair would go together. Now Eclair is your milky toffee perfume and Forsan is your powdery, creamy coconut perfume. Somehow when they mix together, it becomes a perfume they both should have been. You know, I love them individually. I love this one and I love this one as well. So Eclair now is getting that coconut vibe. They both are balancing each other. So if you think that Eclair is too like nauseating for you, if you think it's too thick, too sickly, I had told you this before, like you really need to think of toffee, how toffee smells like, the toffee candy, you know. And while it's very tempting for people to say, oh wow, Gourmand, another Gourmand, let's just buy it, you need to keep these things in mind. Like for me, for example, I love Eclair. Do I wear it very often? No. It's just a perfume that I need to pick out when I need to feel comfort, when I need to feel warm. So mixing Forsan White, which is like a tropical, slightly powdery but also creamy, adding that together with Eclair is giving Forsan that little thickness and depth it needed, and it's giving eclair that little transparency that it needed. So they're balancing each other out, and that's why I love this layering combination. Again, thank you to whoever suggested this to me. We have 2 more left, and the first one is Shaghaf Oud Elixir and Shaghaf Oud Tonka. Now this one is a sweet oud with a lot of aromatics, and this is your Tonka almond perfume. A very simple Tonka almond perfume. Oh my goodness, it is so good. You know, the thing is that you need to sit with all the Shaghaf ouds and like mix and match all of them, because I have a feeling that a lot of them will go very well with each other. I know a lot of people did suggest to me to wear Shaghaf Oud, for example, with Shaghaf Oud Aswad, which is the black one. Like, people suggested the Ahmar with Shaghaf Oud, you know, because Shaghaf Oud Ahmar, although they mention oud note in it, it's a very fruity fragrance. So to make it more oudi, like a fruity oud, they suggested to mix that. I did not list it down, those, but please let me know. If you know any good Shaghaf combinations, let me know so I can add those for the next video. But Shaghaf Oud Elixir and Tonka. I already am obsessed with Shaghaf Oud Tonka. I love it. I know it's not for everybody, but I absolutely love it. And I love the Shaghaf Oud Elixir. I probably feel this is my favorite Shaghaf from the entire range. Like, probably the favorite one. Like if I had to choose one from all of them, I would go for this one. Somehow, these two together, again, I told you, put this in any perfume, it smells elevated. It smells like you just walked out of a designer house. It's very beautiful. So you have your oud perfume with the Tonka and almond. Surprised that nobody has thought of this before, to actually create a perfume which has like sweet oud and then the Tonka. Just like I'm surprised nobody is making the sweet oud with cherry. This probably is going to be, again, so there are few of them I've mentioned on the table that are like really my favorites. These two also. See, I can't stop smelling it. I like it so much that I can't stop smelling it. The next one, then the last one, is suggested by my friend Emmanuel on YouTube. Opulence of Dubai and Amethyst. I'm obsessed with both these perfumes. I'm like super obsessed with both of them. These are my 2 favorite perfumes. Why didn't I think of mixing them together? Because yeah, my brain is small, you know, so it doesn't work that way. The moment I came home, see, I'm not even smelling it because I know exactly how it smells, because I literally did it like yesterday or day before yesterday, I don't remember. It's so good. It's so beautiful. It doesn't smell like this or like this anymore. It's like a completely different perfume. So again, everybody who has the Opulence of Dubai, I don't know anybody who bought this perfume and told me that, Simin, I don't like it. I don't know anybody who bought this perfume and it told me it's meh, you know, it's not like wow, it's not great like how you are obsessed. We don't think it's that like obsession worthy. Nobody has told me that so far. Yes, Amethyst is a perfume that I always tell you guys, even when I review it, while I love this perfume, this is my top 3, not even top 5. This has to be there in my collection, right? This is not for everybody. This is a very strong rose oud perfume, but it has like a little bit of animalic quality, whether it translates to people as rubber or tire, or for me also that rubbery smell was there, but it's not there any longer. But it is definitely a little challenging. That's what I'm trying to say. When you mix it with Opulence of Dubai, it just changes. It just becomes a completely different perfume. You no longer smell Amethyst and you no longer smell Opulence of Dubai. You do kind of smell Opulence of Dubai, to be honest with you, not the Amethyst. Amethyst is the one that gets overshadowed. Although I thought it would be the other way around. Strange, right? In this combination, somehow the peppers got accentuated. And the rose also, it's not like your ethnic rose. Why I'm saying ethnic rose is like we have like a certain, it's a combination of Turkish rose and Bulgarian rose and some other roses. But it gives like this dark rose quality. I'm also an ethnic person from some ethnicity, so please don't take offense. Like, I don't know if that's offensive or not, but I just got this spider sense that maybe some people might not like it, you know. Anyhow, this is again winner combination. Winner. So if you have these two, please do try them together. I know Opulence of Dubai in Dubai is very expensive, but I've noticed that in other countries it's being sold at very discounted prices. So if it's discounted, get it. Don't think too much. If you like unique, spicy, niche smelling perfumes and it doesn't smell like anything, so I can't compare this to anything, but it has more or less every note that you can think of. But if I had to forcefully describe it, it does have like a lot of balsams, resins. It has like a lot of aromatics, it has a lot of spices, and it has like a lot of earthy and woody notes as well. So it's a mixture of that. I absolutely enjoyed filming this video, except for the rubber band in my mouth. It's hurting my cheek a lot. So I'll probably visit the doctor again and ask him, like, can we do something about it? Or is this something I have to put up with for the rest of my life? Okay, not for the rest, I'm just exaggerating. Yeah, but it does when I talk a lot, like especially if I open my mouth too much, if I laugh or something, it does hurt the cheek, you know. So I need to ask them, like, can we do something about that? Do I need to wear this freaking rubber band? I've already asked him that question and he said, yes, you must. So for the next 2 years, you'll see me with this setup, you know. Just get used to it. I'm sure, like, today it'll be a little weird for you guys, but like, it'll just become a norm like everything else. I'm getting a lot of new followers, by the way. I'm so happy. I don't know how and from where, but like somehow I'm getting an influx of followers and I'm so happy. And somehow all these new subbies are also very interested in perfumes. They're also like-minded. So I'm happy that we are attracting like-minded people. So I'd like to welcome everybody who's new on my channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you for subbing, because I know you don't have to, but you do it because it makes a huge difference to me. It's just subbed, you know. Like just a click for you guys, but huge deal for like creators like me, especially because I'm a very small creator right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, because I really love filming layering videos. It's very exciting for me to discover new things, and also kind of like, you know, can we just bottle these 2 perfumes in a decant or something and use it, you know. By the way, you can also do that, yeah. Buy those what do you call it, atomizers, like little ones you get on Amazon. You get like a set of 5 or something. It's very dirt cheap, and then you can pull out your favorite layering combination, put it in that, so it's easier for you to use and carry when you go out, especially because you can't carry 2 bottles in your handbag now, can you? Especially when the bottles are like this. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.